Hello, welcome to the KEYENCE IV3 training module. This video will walk you through switching programs on the IV3 through Profinet using a Siemens PLC. In this example, we'll be using TIA Portal version 16, but the steps should apply to all versions. This video assumes you have already established connection between your IV3 and your Siemens PLC. If you have not, please watch the dedicated video for that process. Also, please make sure your IV3 is set to Panel PC Network Auto Switching. You can find this setting under Program Switching Method in your I/O settings. As you can see in the left panel, we have our PLC and our IV3 configured in our project tree. The first thing to do is create some tags. I'll expand our PLC, expand PLC tags, then double-click Add New Tag Table. Right-click the new table, click Rename, then name this IV3 Tags. Now I'll double-click the IV3 tags, and in my IV3 tag table, I'll create 5 tags. The first will name Start, which will be the memory bit we use to start the program changing process. Give it a Boolean data type and address it to M0.0. The next tag will name Program Change Request, which will also be a Boolean with an address of key 0.2. Next, we'll make a tag called Program Change Response, another Boolean data type with an address of I0.2. The next tag will be called Program Number. This one will be a word data type, and we'll address it to QW4. Finally, we'll create a tag called Switch to Number, which will also be a word data type, addressed to MW1. That's all our tags we'll need. Now let's get to our logic. In our PLC, under Program Blocks, we'll click Add New Block, select Function Block, and we'll name this block IV3 Program Change. The function block will open automatically. Before we add anything, double-click Main OB1. Drag a block element onto Network 1, then set the block to reference IV3 Program Change. This will prompt us to create a data block, which will store the data for our function block. Click OK, then double-click the IV3 Program Change function block. Here, we'll have to create 2 more tags. Under the In-Out section, create a tag called MoveRec with a Boolean data type, and a tag called SwitchRec, also with a Boolean data type. You'll see how these are used shortly. In Network 1, we'll first drag a normally open contact. Assign this to M0.0. Then double-click the contact to bring up this drop-down menu and select a P contact so that this only closes when it sees a rising edge. You'll see it now requires another tag underneath. Assign this as our MoveRec tag. Next, drag a block element to the right. Set this as a move block. Our input will be MW1, our switch to number. We'll write the program number we want to switch to here. Our output will be QW4. This sequence moves our switch to number to our program number. In Network 2, drag and drop another normally open contact. Assign this to M0.0. Then double-click the contact to bring up this drop-down menu and select a P contact so that this only closes when it sees a rising edge. You'll see it now requires another tag underneath. Assign this as our SwitchRec tag. Next, we'll drag a normally closed contact to the right. We'll assign this to our Program Change Response tag. This makes it so the PLC stops sending our change request once the IV3 confirms it's received the request. Now we'll drag a coil to the right of the response, and we'll assign this to our Program Change Request tag. From here, drag a branch to the start of the network rung, then drag a normally open contact to it. Assign this contact to Program Change Request as well. Click and drag the branch upwards to meet our main rung like so. Now our logic is complete. Now let's right-click our PLC and select Compile Hardware and Software Only Changes. Once that's finished, we'll go down to Watch and Force Tables and select Add New Watch Table. Here, we'll enter %M0.0 so we can watch and modify our Start tag. We'll also add MW1 so that we can modify the program we switch to. I'll pop out this watch table so we can start the process and watch our changes take effect. Now I'll right-click the PLC again, this time selecting Download Hardware and Software Only Changes. This process will take a bit of time. Once that's complete, I'll drag in our IV3 Navigator window to show the effect. Click Go Online to start communication with the PLC. I'll click the glasses icon so we can watch the logic change live. I'll also click the glasses icon in our watch table so we can monitor the bit. You can see we're currently in Program 1 on our IV3. I'll change my start value to 1 or true, and I'll set my switch to value to 3. Now I can click the lightning icon to modify the value, and you'll see this changes the program from 1 to 3 our IV3. Thanks for watching.